thinking you want a 50-50 partner. Don't get married. Just have a boyfriend, and y'all can go 50-50 on everything. So, so it's those kind of conversations that are being having out here, because there is a contingent of men out here that they might not have like, quote unquote 6-figure. Let me tell y'all something. There's a lot of talk about the 6-figure stuff. Here's the dirty little secret. $100,000 is not a lot of money.
I'm glad you said it. I don't want the people coming for me if I say it.
$100,000.
It's not.
You know what $100,000 gets you? You ain't got to worry about gas money. You can always go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
But that's about it. The kind of lifestyle they're talking about $250,000, $275,000 or more. You know what I mean? $100,000 is not a lot of money, and $100,000 is not hard to obtain of income. It's not that hard to obtain.
It's not hard to obtain if you are someone that has dedicated time for self-improvement.
Yeah.
And if you are someone that recognizes that you need to improve different skill sets. And I mean, it's difficult sometimes to look in the mirror and realize you've not lived up to the potential that you probably should have by a particular age. And so when you say, are women too hard on men? When we say, I want you to buy me a house, when we expect men to be in a particular place in life by a particular age, that's not necessarily the craziest thing, particularly in the example that you gave of the young woman that can obtain her own home. So why is it too hard for me to expect my partner? I said it.
Joy.
I said it, for my partner to be on an equal playing field. Mm-hmm.
Joy, hold on a second.
Like that. I said what I said.
Oh, that partner thing. Man. Here's the thing. I do not think it's an unfair expectation that your husband provides a home for you. Now, the quality of that home, that's something else. I don't think there's an unfair I don't think that's an unfair expectation, because I believe that. I always tell people, your husband's supposed to put you in a home, his home.
But most men don't own homes. I just got off of a string talking about that. The fastest group of homeowners
are Black women
that are Gen Z.
Yes. And here's the reason why, because it's not about the fact that Black men don't have homes or don't want homes. There's no incentive for us to have a home. If we don't have a family, if we're not married, why in the world would I go buy a home?
So I had a conversation with the guy that said that it's because that, during the 90s when, we were, you go girl, men now didn't see their dads buying homes.
I think that's cap.
I was like, okay. I took it with a grain of salt. I laughed about it, but
I disagree with it. It's more so because where's the incentive? A home represents family.
It does.
Period. So if you got,
or it could represent an investment in yourself.
But a lot of us, believe it or not, when you listen, Joy, I'm a single man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. I mean, I think in terms of investment, but I have a home now, but I just got it a couple of years ago. Prior to that, I had a town. The last piece of property that I owned was a townhouse. Basically, essentially an apartment. It was a condo. It was an apartment, which that doesn't scream family. That
screams investment.
It does, but that's not how we're looking at it. When a man's thinking about a home, he's thinking about a family. That's the jump we make. And so women are always thinking about home because you're nesters. So
No.
it's your nesters and your family, and it's in your children, your family.
That's not why women are buying homes now.
Oh no, I'm talking about now. I'm just talking about in general. Yeah.
Okay.
Now
That's
now
not
it's a
the
bag
reason at
chase.
all.
Right now it's a bag chase.
Yes, there's a mismatch in thinking. And so again, when I'm saying, what do you mean too hard? Why is it a challenge? Well, why is the perception that a woman expecting a man to invest in himself and invest in his future? Why is that hurdle too high?
Because a lot of times, it comes across as if you're not satisfied what we have. We're always hearing invest, improve. Like, let's take, for example, because we got Mr. Terrell Key. He's an educator. One of some of the most educated people in this country are teachers. They have to have more education and more certification. Anytime that they want to move up in their field, they either have to go back to school to get another degree or to get another certification, or sometimes both. But their financial situation doesn't really improve that much, with the average teacher making about, and we're talking about an average 10-year, a teacher who's been around 10 years. She's about $55,000 a year. But that might be his life's passion, to be a teacher. But our women, because we want more, y'all want more, you want to level up, you want this, you want a certain level of lifestyle. That $55,000, which is probably content for him because he's doing what he's passionate about, isn't enough for you guys. I think there's where the disconnect is. And I think that's where the unfairness that, or the too hard feeling comes in on. It's like, what do you mean I need to level up? I'm teaching our children. I'm a resource for our children. We can homeschool because I'm already an educator. Those are all of those things. What about law enforcement, firefighters? They don't make much more than $60,000, $70,000 at their peak. But our women are always more, invest, the bag, level up. Men are not necessarily, while they want more, men can get content with where they are.
I was just about to say that. Yes.
And
I think that's where things get conflated. It doesn't necessarily have to mean money. If you're not showing any type of ambition, that's going to be a problem. And usually the way that you display that you have any type of ambition at all is going to be through your job. Are you in a job where you desire to move up? What are you contributing? I am a former educator. I have a master's degree in education. I've been in a classroom. I've been in schools. There are not very many Black men in those schools. They're all women.
Nope.
They're all women.
Yep. Not anymore.
They are.
When I grew up, Joy, about 20% of my teachers were Black men. But this is, you're talking about in the early 90s rolling into the 2000s. There were a lot of Black male teachers. Hold on a second, Joy.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.